Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel. And let's start. If you find a word while I'm shuffling, and it's yours. Whoa. No. Do I wanna take, that's the mood of this reading. Is like, boom, there you are. There's your, your reading right there, boom. I'm not even shuffling properly. It's like, yeah, well, there we are. Yeah, it's good enough, right? And I don't even, that's okay. That's fine. If that's the mood, you take that, right? Yeah, and the same with here. Yeah, okay. Well, we already saw that one, so yeah. Oh, yeah, you again, huh? And there we go. Oh. Taking a shower, huh? Okay. Then here I'm gonna just take 3 cards, whatever. Oh, yeah. Oh, triggering. It's triggering, but it's triggering. Okay, so let's see what we have. Synchronicity, Princess, and Health. Oh, yeah, so very trustful. So many cards now. Light new load, beauty and clarity. Triggering. Okay. Oh, okay. Actualization. You will achieve your full potential by virtue of your creativity and your honest pursuit of truth. When the pace of life becomes too hectic, know to slow down, be mindful and go with the flow. Recharge, okay? Know and feel this affirmation beyond a doubt. I am all that I need to get. I'm all that I need to get what I want. 7. Okay. Confidence, yeah. And let go. What, if anything, can be done to let go of what is standing in your way? Yes! Okay, let's see. Look at the cards. Let go. So I think there's so much of change ahead. It's like so complicated. It's complicated, but it's this. Okay, you gotta let go of this. This is, for me personally, very triggering. Because I don't know if you have noticed, but Major Tom has left this house and I haven't spoken about it just yet. Today, right now, in this reading, it's the first time I'm telling you that. And the reason for it was that we both were not happy. And, sometimes it's a relationship, right? It's this, look, an animal loves you unconditionally and it makes you feel horrible to let go of an animal, to rehome an animal that you loved so deeply. But you have to do it sometimes because it is not just about you, right? Because I got the feedback that he's happy now and he feels better and he was suffering too, but he's happy now. And you don't need to feel like an asshole for letting go of things you love when you do it from a loving perspective, right? And that's just my very personal example for you to encourage you to let go of everything you beat yourself up with. It's this everything that holds you stuck and everything you think about yourself that is not good, because this is the brown star. We all know what the brown star is, right? Because that's the portal where shit gets born, right? So right, you don't have to beat yourself up, because in the end everything worked out perfectly for everyone in a way. Maybe you don't see this just yet, and that's why you needed to let go. That's why the let go card came up. Which one is it? This one. Yeah, look, because there's a lot of darkness in this card. And also, you know, here, this is the strangest construct in this card ever. I think it's like, there's this skeleton. It's not a whole skeleton. And there's this beautiful butterfly. And it's just weird. And it's like, yeah, it's a death process. Especially if the things you let go were your choice and you made a conscious decision to do that, still this transformation phase is painful, and it feels so much more horrible to make a decision yourself than being forced by life to make a decision, you know, because then you know that you made the decision and you are responsible for the consequences of this, right? It's just letting go. But on the other hand, there's so much movement in this card, but if you look at those figures, they are stone, right? Quite stable in a way, but also art, right? It reminds me of you being the artist of your life, but there's so much chaos around. And this, on the other hand, there's no, after letting go, there comes the actualization phase. And it's this, there's a bit more balance in this card, right? And also this is, even though it's also a bit warped, if you look at this area, and this one especially sticks out a bit. It's this warped thing, and it's this warped time change, and it's just weird. There's weirdness that comes when you decide to do things, right? It's this cleansing ahead, because this is not upright, it's this way. Yeah, so it's just pointing to this figure because she's in between nature and the cleansing, and it's her, it's the self-finding process, discovering your own beauty, maybe also by looking at other examples, monkey see, monkey do, right? You look at others and you're like, oh, I wish I was somehow like this person, right? Look at this beautiful person. And look at this, it's the mirror. It's like, but if you look at it from a mirror perspective, what we see outside and look at is actually also a reflection of us, right? There's so much strangeness going on. It's almost like the universe is pointing you towards into a direction, right? By giving you the nudge. If you look at someone and you look at them and you think to yourself, I wish I was them, then you are them. It's just that you're not living it. And that's where we're pointing towards it, because the sadness that is caused, by growing, right? But also by being stuck, because this is the feeling of being stuck and not being in power of your own creation. It's this being almost thrown around a bit by external forces, right? But you know that you have the power to make a decision. And maybe this person that you see shows you that, If you look at them, you're like, oh, well, they just do it. They just do it, right? They just live it, what you would like to live. It's so weird, isn't it? It's so weird. And it could be that you've realized that you needed to lighten your load also, of course, I mean, we all do, but it's a very courageous self-love act to be authentic and be ourselves despite the consequences, and be also trusting that, well, you know what, I cannot take anything anymore. It's just I needed this, and not just you, you know. It's a hard process, right? But after that, it comes clarity. So that's what's ahead for you, clarity. And it could be that, well, you know, it could be, you know, synchronicity. You are maybe looking for synchronicity, and therefore you had to change a lot of things and let go of a lot of things. And maybe you still are sitting in the old in a way, and are wondering like, oh, well, I've gotten rid of all of this, but still I'm not feeling synchronistic, because you want to play. And there's the word consequences again, right? But on our side, and moves. Yeah, it's a movement. It's this, you want to move, right? You want to, but you don't know where to go, right? Well, yeah, maybe, you know, you just had to wait, because this reminds me of the chariot with the horse, you know. And it also reminds me of one of the last moments I had with Major Tom. I gave him this deck to sign it, so to say, you know. And I pulled a few cards, and this card came out as well. And it was basically a message that everything's fine, you know, because she looks so satisfied with her crown, you know. She's a princess. Like, how can you not be satisfied being a princess, right? It's just a pat on the back, in a way. It's the pat on the back, and also the trust in the universe that you are being held. And again, you are going where you need to go, you know. Maybe that's what you were asking for, and it comes in. It's just a phase of transition, and therefore it's not that easy, right? To get into this alignment again, and to move through the changes. It's just because you don't know what to do. Okay, I'm totally weirded out the whole reading by some sort of figure that is on the in the mountains outside of my window. I need to show you, but I'm so weirded out by this. Is this an angel? Do you see that? Can I? No, it's a female. Okay, now we know. Okay, because from a distance it looks like an angel, but it's like the female sign. Okay, well, sometimes in this mountain there some signs get thrown into this, so I was just weirded out by this. Like, you know, everything is a science. What does this mean? Maybe it means something for you, I don't know. Yeah, so clarity comes in, as has been for me while looking at the mountain, because I was wondering what the sign was. Now we know. Right? And maybe that's like, not just maybe, that's a big message for you in the reading. It's this, okay, you don't know what's ahead. You know that something's ahead, and you don't know what the signs mean and the symbolism and all of this. But the clarity comes in, because that's what it is all about, right? And it brings balance. And also, look at this. It's like, yeah, you know, being a wild, free being, right? And harmony in this, in a way, right? Finding your harmony and balance by movement and returning to nature, right? It's this, everything's pointing there in a way, right? Also this, it's like, there's so much layering and depth going on, and you know that you don't know anything, like not everything at least, and therefore it might feel that you are a bit powerless, right? Because yeah, it's this, you know, I am all that I need to get what I want. You know, this makes you lose your confidence. if you don't know what's ahead because you don't see the way out and you don't see the clear signs and everything. But as I've shown you, you know, if you look closer, you will see what it is, what it was all about. It's just that you have the power to experience so much more if you believe in yourself. And this reading is just the confirmation of this, you know. Even if you, well, you saw it in a way, in a sad way, you know, if you have parted with your best friend. It's a very sad experience, but it also shows you, in a small scale, the power of your creation and how you can do it. And you know you've done it from a point of intuition where you were like feeling that something is ahead that will be experienced, and you know that you were the creator. But in the transition phase, you just have to wait and see how it pans out, right? And this is significant because it will bring back your confidence in your creation abilities, you know, and your abilities to be the leader of your own life. And it's just that you had to work through so many layers. And you get triggered by signs in the universe, right? And yeah, you know, I think you were also asking to recharge a bit, because the energies these days, they are so intense. I know how it feels like. It's like they are intense, especially if you are in between things. You know, look at this weird swan with 2 heads. It's like in between timelines. It's like the last reading. It's like there's something going on, right? And you know you are in the middle of the phase, but sometimes it makes you just lose your own confidence in your own power and your own abilities. You know, even when I think about an angel, it's so comforting to know that they are around, but it's also so tempting to give away your power to them. And the realization needs to come in that you want to work with them, right? It's not like they are doing something for you, just they are doing something with you, right? And therefore, you know, it's just, you know that there are forces outside of yourself that are bigger than you, but by surrendering, you know that you are a part of it, right? It's this, yeah, 2-headed swan, right? And all the layers that get experienced during this time, and the clarity that's coming in. So I'm not sure, was it helpful? I will pull a Moonology card, just like in the beginning, just one split, and let's see. Bring love into this situation. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, of course, right? It's not about it's only, in the end, it's always about love. And when you return to it and feel it, then you are not scared anymore, because you know there's nothing to be scared of, and in the end everything will turn out the way you want it to, because you've created it. Your commitment is being tested. Okay. Yeah. Especially to manifest a new timeline, a new life, and something new, you have to commit fully to also letting go, right? And have faith in your dreams. Yeah, that's the commitment that you need to have for yourself. It's this, there's so much. It's trust, surrender, and also confidence in your creational abilities, and therefore everything will turn out just the way you thought. I'm getting corrected. Better than you thought. That's cool. Okay. So nice reading. Let's see who this reading is for. Taurus. Yeah, it's funny. I'm Taurus, so it's funny that I'm also talking about this in Taurus reading. Maybe not funny, but yeah, power of your creation, right? Yeah, so I hope this reading was somewhat helpful. I don't know, I don't even know what I talked about for, I don't know, 20 minutes. I forgot already. Yeah, additional info is in the letter box below, and see you next time. Bye bye.